Oh, you've been trying to build this business for so long, it's just not working. What are you doing wrong? It's pretty obvious. I've been building businesses for the last 8 years, and this is exactly what you're doing wrong. There's some key factors that I see every single day that people are making mistakes with. This is what you need to focus on fixing. This is number one priority. Now, you're probably sat here thinking, oh, this is too long. This video is boring already. I'm going to click off. That's problem number one, right? Instant gratification. We're living in a world right now where everyone wants something now. And I know for a fact, it's so difficult for you right now, sat behind this camera, to even sit and watch this entire video for the next 7 to 10 minutes. Now, if you can do that, I promise you this, you are about to get so much value from lessons that I have learned the hard way over the last 8 to 10 years in creating businesses and making my first $1 million. Now, like I mentioned, instant gratification. We are living in this world where we have gratification at our fingertips. We scroll through Instagram, we get likes, we get new comments, we get new follows. It's fucking with us. It's really messing us up, and this is a huge issue that the world is facing right now. You go on a train or a bus in your local city, and I guarantee you 95% of those people are sat on their phone just mindlessly scrolling through their phone. Now, this also applies to the business world. We expect things to happen immediately, and we expect these businesses that we've put 10 to 12 hours of work into to start generating us money and start landing us clients. That's just not the way it is. Now, I'm not saying you can't get instant results, but it's very unlikely. The most likely case is you're gonna have to work your ass off for those first few initial weeks before you really get the ball moving. And it's kind of like that snowball effect, right? As you start pushing that snowball up the hill, as that snowball starts coming down that hill, it starts building up speed, it starts building up momentum, and then that is when it starts to grow. That is when you start to really get the gains that you're looking for. Now, this is with everything. This is with eating healthy. This is with going to the gym. This is with learning a new language. You can't expect immediate results. Take your time. Stop being an impatient little bitch. Number two, and this is another big issue. This is something that I've really had to overcome. I'm a lazy bastard, and I find it really tough to go out of my way to do things that I just really don't want to do, especially if there is pain involved. And that could be mental pain, that could be going to the gym and lifting weights. If I know there is a lot of energy output there, I don't want to do it. But guess what? I have to do it because that's life. You have to get on with it. Now, some of you are sat there right now complaining that you have zero money in your bank account and you've got no businesses, or you have nothing that's going your way, and you're doing nothing about it. All you're doing is burdening your friends with that information and crying about it to your family, and basically just getting yourself into an even darker and deeper rut. If you understand that you need to do something to get to that next step, and you need to do this to improve, then go and do it. Stop being lazy, stop complaining about something, and if you are complaining about something and you're not doing anything about it, you have no right to burden anyone else with that information, because ultimately it's down to you and it's your issue that you need to fix. Now, this kind of leads me into the next point, and this is something that I battle almost every single day. You need to be confident in yourself when you're creating these businesses. This is one of the biggest issues that I faced when I first got started. As I was creating my e-commerce brands, I was setting up the websites myself, I was doing everything myself, finding products, and the whole time of me doing this, I had a little monkey in my brain telling me that it was gonna fail, it was gonna do terribly, and I'm not cut out for this. But guess what? You have to fucking fight that monkey, keep moving through. And for some people, that would have been enough for them to stop and say, maybe I'm right, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't waste my time. But I promise you this now, if you're feeling unconfident in doing something when it comes to creating a business, that is just because you haven't done it enough times and you haven't seen any results where you can say, actually, I know I did this before and I had the same thoughts, and guess what? I continued pushing through and here we are now and we succeeded. That is exactly what happened with me. Almost every business that I've ever set up, there has always been an element of doubt in my mind and a lack of self-confidence when it comes to, okay, am I actually going to be able to deliver on this? Am I actually going to be able to create something here? And I just pushed through and here we are, we're chilling. You push through, you ignore it, and you just crack on with what you need to do. And I promise you that that thought will soon fade and you'll start to build that muscle of confidence in yourself where you realize you're actually a bit of a fucking boss.
You the boss?
And you know exactly what you're doing, and it gets much easier over time. It's just like going to the gym. You need to train that confidence to see that you can actually do these things. Now, this segues into the fourth thing, and that is going to be persistent. I see a lot of people giving up at the first hurdle and they're like, oh fuck, failed a business, this isn't for me, maybe I should go get a job. Literally, if I gave up the first time round, I would be working in McDonald's right now. Like, I promise you now, I've started probably over 25, 30 different businesses, and most of them failed. But the only reason why I became successful, the only reason why I made it work, the only reason why I make any money to this date is because I was persistent. Now, really, this is just a numbers game. You need to go out there and try different things. You need to fail over and over again before you succeed. Otherwise, when you do succeed, you're not going to know what to do. You need to have these failures in your back pocket to understand what could go wrong and how you can mitigate that and avoid going wrong again. So it's really, really important. It sounds super cliche, but you have to be persistent. You have to want it so badly. Like, the way I always look at it, there's a crackhead out there right now hustling to get his next fix. He will do anything he needs to do to get that fix. And 9 times out of 10, he gets that fix every single day. So fair play, you have to give it to him. They're persistent. And if you are getting outworked by a crackhead, you should feel very bad about yourself. But guys, in all seriousness, you know, it's kind of true. If you really want something, you will fucking work for it, and you will not let anything get in your way, and you will continue to push on and be persistent. And that is number one key for me. And that was the number one thing that's got me to where I am today. And you definitely need to start doing it if you really want it. And I get it, you may not want it enough. And if you don't, then this isn't for you. By the way, if you've managed to watch this far through the video, you're almost done. Then you can go back to watching TikTok or hopefully starting a business. But guys, the last point is ignorance. And what I mean by ignorance is thinking that you know how to do everything. And you're this unstoppable god who is so smart and so clever and is just the best at everything when it comes to business. It's not the case. No one is good at everything. I guarantee you that. I personally am so shit at admin and managing time and managing teams. I'm just not good at it. I'm more of a creative person. So coming up with the ideas and then getting stuff set up operationally, that's my forte. That is what I'm good at. I'm not good at anything else. Therefore, I hire and fill in those gaps, and I don't have to work on them on a day-to-day basis. If I wasn't persistent, I wouldn't know that, and I wouldn't have got to this point. And if I didn't have the self-confidence to know it's okay that I'm not good at these things and I'm good at these things, then I also wouldn't be where I am. So you start to see what I mean here. You need to keep on going. You know, you need these failures under your belt so you can see, okay, I'm not good at that. Therefore, next time round, I'm going to hire someone in. Now, you don't have to go out there and pay someone a 50K salary to help send emails to your customers for your e-commerce brand. You can go to upwork.com, I'll leave a link down below, and you can literally go and find virtual assistants all around the world. Some of the best people I've ever worked with have been based out of Manila, Philippines, and they've charged me $5 an hour. These guys have been amazing at customer support. They've covered all of my admin issues. They manage my time. They help manage my team, everything. So really, it's just about being proactive, finding those gaps that you do have, and then filling them with people or team members that you know are good at them certain things. Now guys, hopefully this video serves as some form of education to you. I don't mean to sit here and sound like an arsehole, but really, if you are a lazy bastard and you're not really doing anything about it, then that's on you, and you should probably get off YouTube and just go on TikTok or something. But if you have watched all the way to the end of this video, that definitely isn't you. So well done. And I'm sure you're gonna make it work in life and you'll go out there and make your million. It took me 5 years to make my first $1 million. So don't expect it day one, all right? Catch you later, bye-bye.